Brought to you by...
Why the fuck do I put myself through this, friends? Every year on Halloween, we tend to revisit the films we remember watching as we grew up. The scary movies that haunted our dreams have become cheap thrills to us now as adults. Some of us watch movies that celebrate the season. Others just watch any old horror film. What do I watch? A bunch of fucking garbage so that you guys don't have to. Hello friends, and welcome back to ETF, where in 2013, in Japan, the college student Mako grieves the loss of her mother, who committed suicide 2 weeks ago in the notorious suicide forest. Mako is seeking out her body, and her friends Amber and Terry decide to make a documentary about her quest as a school project. Terry invites his friend Kyle to shoot their documentary, and they head to the forest. On arrival, they meet the lonely hiker Jin, who asks them to leave the dead in peace and go away, and then chooses to stay with them. However, they decide to search the spot, and soon their college mates Skylar, Brody, and Craig play a prank on them. While returning to their car, the trio find a dead body and Skylar steals a Rolex from his wrist. When Jin finds that they have done this, he advises that they are doomed. In a horrendously feeble attempt to play on both the spooky season of Halloween and the stories surrounding Japan's infamous suicide forest, we get this made-for-TV heap of shit. The entire film is populated by abysmal performances that only serve to progress the useless plot. Our protagonist is portrayed as a girl haunted by the suicide of her mother, but her performance comes off extremely wooden, hollow, and fucking empty. She portrays almost no real emotion of any kind. We get an appearance from Hiro Kanagawa, a veteran actor who has appeared in many popular television shows like Man in the High Castle, iZombie, and Charmed. The antagonist of the film is without a doubt the suicide forest itself. However, it portrays its ghosts lingering in the trees as the same black-haired women in white gowns as made famous in popular Japanese cinema like Ringu and Ju-on. The cinematography throughout this film is obnoxiously 90s in almost every way, utilizing lockdown camera angles and dramatic camera moves that overemphasize utterly dull moments. For whatever reason, the filmmakers chose to place the running time code on every shot that is meant to be from the documentary camera's POV, which serves as more of a distraction at many moments than adding any authenticity to the visual style. I will give this film that it is surprisingly well shot for the majority. The director of the film within a film comes off as nothing more than a self-righteous bitch who cares about nothing more than her project, hellbent on capturing her vision even at the expense of her friend's tragic history. To me, both the look of the film as well as the content of the narrative feels as though it is a response to the film The Forest from 2016. But oddly enough, this film was from 2013, which makes me wonder if it was actually the inspiration for The Forest. Unlike in The Forest, the spirits in this film take far less of a passive role, physically attacking the characters throughout with branches and vines, literally tearing them limb from fucking limb at times, while The Forest aimed to be a far more psychological experience. The biggest fault throughout this film for me was the way in which these amateur documentarians are conducting their documentary. There seems to be no rhyme, reason, or structure to their shooting style. They only shoot small segments of their subject walking and talking each step of the way. I love the fact that out of all these characters who are meant to be students studying abroad in Japan, don't know a lick of Japanese. outside of our protagonist, that is. The deaths throughout the film choose a surprisingly gory approach while still remaining mostly tame. Although, why the hell in the movies like this do people always have to trip and stumble over the stupidest fucking things, and somehow their bones are apparently like fucking glass and rip through their fucking flesh so that they bleed all over the fucking place without any effects of blood loss? Luckily, the special effects that we do get are pretty well done for a made-for-TV movie. In my opinion, there is no real reason to set this movie on Halloween at all. Much like The Forest, the film could have been set at any time, and it wouldn't have changed the narrative in any way. The majority of the film plays out exactly the way you would expect it to, with every twist, turn, death, and maiming, making for a bland, outrageous, and honestly pretty fucking forgettable experience. I'm giving Brave Halloween a B+. If this seems like something that you want to seek out, I was able to watch this one here on YouTube. But honestly, I don't understand why anyone would seek this out for Halloween. It feels far more like your standard summer scare. Well, friends, that's going to be all for now. If you enjoyed this video, or you have suggestions for more films that you would like to see covered in the future, let us know down in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already, and click that little bell icon to be notified on all of our future content. If you want to help ETF keep making content, please consider supporting us on Patreon. You don't have to give a lot, every little bit helps us stave off the darkness, and gets you some fun little rewards at the same time. Until next time, stay safe, keep embracing film, and thanks for watching.